The story of 3I Atlas begins like any typical discovery in astronomy, a faint object detected in the cold darkness of space. But within weeks, scientists realized this wasn't just another rock wandering around the sun. It was something far more intriguing. 3I Atlas is only the third confirmed interstellar object ever spotted passing through our solar system. Before it came ʻOumuamua, then 2I/Borisov. Each of those left scientists with more questions than answers. Now 3I Atlas has entered the scene, and it might be the strangest visitor yet. When astronomers first identified 3I Atlas, they assumed it would behave like a comet. Its path wasn't bound to the sun, which meant it was merely passing through from interstellar space. As it approached the inner solar system and sunlight began warming its surface, scientists expected a familiar transformation: ices turning into gas, dust being released, and a beautiful glowing tail stretching behind it. That's what comets do. And if 3I Atlas was just a comet formed in another star system, it should have acted like one. At first that seemed true. Observations detected gases like carbon dioxide and water vapor streaming from the object. It clearly had a coma, the fuzzy cloud that forms around a comet's solid core. Everything pointed to a classic cosmic ice ball. But then came the surprises. As 3I Atlas traveled closer to the sun, telescopes took sharper images. Researchers expected a long, bright tail to emerge. Instead, something else happened. The coma didn't grow dramatically. The tail barely appeared at all. Even stranger, scientists measured slight changes in the object's motion, changes that suggested 3I Atlas was being pushed by something other than gravity. That type of extra push usually comes from strong jets of gas blasting off the object as it melts. But if gas jets were powerful enough to alter its trajectory, there should have been a huge plume of dust and vapor visible across the sky. There wasn't. In fact, images showed 3I Atlas looking more like a compact glowing dot than the majestic long-tailed comet we were expecting. It emitted material and yet somehow kept itself extremely tight and clean. This alone contradicted everything experts understood about comets. But the anomalies continued to pile up. Several observatories reported that 3I Atlas wasn't releasing gas in a single direction. Instead, it appeared to have multiple jets, some even pointing toward the sun instead of away from it. That makes no sense under normal comet physics. Sublimation pressure should push materials outward from the sunlight, not toward it. Still, the images showed strange lines, trails, and perhaps anti-tails, almost like the object was venting material in a structured pattern. Some astronomers called these jets bizarre. Others said they were unlike anything seen in the solar system. And then there was the matter of mass loss. Calculations suggested that during its closest point to the sun, 3I Atlas shed a significant amount of its mass. But where did all that missing material go? Why didn't the coma explode outward in a huge cloud? Why didn't the tail brighten? Why was the dust missing? Nearly every property of 3I Atlas lined up perfectly with the definition of a comet, except its behavior. It released gases like a comet. It followed a comet-like path. It looked like a comet from a distance, but up close, it behaved like something else entirely. Something almost engineered to appear comet-like, while defying the physical rules comets must follow. This is where the debate began to heat up. A few scientists argued that the object might be artificially controlled, not a natural chunk of ice and rock, but something with propulsion or internal power shaping its movement. Those claims are controversial, of course. The scientific community demands years of data before even suggesting intelligent origins. But the strange patterns, the non-gravitational motion, the multi-directional jets, the suspiciously clean look, encouraged some to at least keep an open mind. Others insisted on caution. They argued that comets from another star system could be made of unfamiliar materials. Maybe their dust grains are too fine to create visible tails. Maybe their structure crumbles in ways we don't yet understand. After all, we've only ever studied comets from our own solar system. 3I Atlas traveled through unknown cosmic environments for millions or billions of years before arriving here. It might follow rules we haven't discovered yet. This clash of interpretations is what makes 3I Atlas such a fascinating mystery. It forces scientists to question what defines a comet in the first place. Are assumptions based only on our local cosmic neighborhood too limited? Do interstellar objects carry new physics with them? And if something appears impossible under current understanding, does that mean our understanding is incomplete? While the scientific arguments continue, one fact remains uncontested. 3I Atlas offers a rare opportunity. Interstellar visitors are extremely scarce. The first one, ʻOumuamua, confused observers because it had no visible coma at all and accelerated as if propelled by something invisible. The second, Borisov, behaved like a very standard comet. Now 3I Atlas appears to be something in between, a perfect blend of familiar and utterly alien. It sparks hope that future discoveries might fit somewhere along this spectrum, maybe even reveal a pattern. Even the general public has become increasingly interested. The idea that something from another star system is behaving strangely feels like the beginning of a science fiction story. It's easy to imagine 3I Atlas as a probe or spacecraft, perhaps sent long ago by a civilization we'll never meet. It might simply be debris, technology lost to time, drifting endlessly until chance carries it into our view. Or, and this is still the most likely scenario, it could be a natural object testing the limits of how weird nature can be. Whatever it turns out to be, 3I Atlas reminds us that the universe still holds secrets too big for us to ignore. Every telescope aimed at this tiny traveler expands our curiosity. Every anomaly challenges our assumptions. And every scientific debate over its nature pushes humanity one step closer to understanding our cosmic surroundings. Right now, research teams continue collecting data as 3I Atlas heads back out into the deep black space between stars. The window to watch it will soon close. When it's gone, it may never return. There is no known destination ahead, no predictable return path, just infinity. But long after it has disappeared, the questions it raised will remain with us. What exactly is 3I Atlas? A comet like any other, but wearing a disguise of strangeness? A messenger from a distant planetary system, formed under conditions our minds can barely grasp? A sign that our solar system is not as isolated and untouched as we once believed? Or could it be, just could it be, a constructed object, a piece of technology drifting across worlds? For now, no one can answer these questions with certainty. The only truth we can agree on is that 3I Atlas refused to follow the rules. It challenged everything. It forced scientists to rethink what they thought they knew. And no matter how ordinary or extraordinary the final explanation turns out to be, its visit has already changed the way we see our universe. And maybe that is the most important gift it leaves behind.